Hey guys, it's Lelo. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me. And yes, I am back on YouTube. I'm so sorry for not filming, but I am back now. So today we will be doing an arrow pattern. I'll be showing you how to do an arrow pattern on a belt. So if you are interested, please consider subscribing and please stay tuned to see how we do that. Okay. So what you will need for this tutorial, you will need your beads. So I've decided to use multicolor beads because I want to show you the different arrows. But honestly, you just need a minimum of 2 bead colors. If you want to do this pattern, you can do as many colors as you want. And then you will also need your thread. I'm using black thread today because it was the nearest to me when I decided to film. So you can use white thread or the beige colored thread if you can't find the white thread, because it's not that easy to find. This is upholstery thread. You will also need your needle. Okay, so I have threaded my needle, my thread into my needle, and I tied 3 knots at the end. So now you have to decide what color do you want your first arrow to be. So I've decided on the color purple. Okay, so I will put a purple bead through my thread all the way until I get to the end. So now I want to create a stop bead. So what I will do is, let me stand this side. I think it will be better if I come in this side. So I have my 1 bead at the end. I've threaded it through. So what I have to do is I have to then go to the opposite side. Okay, so my needle has 3 knots at the end to stop the bead from coming out. Okay, so here's my bead. I have to go into the opposite end, insert my needle, and I want to pull all the way. Ooh, I made a knot. So I have threaded my stop bead through my thread. Now to begin my pattern, I have to create my first line. So we will be working on a bead on a belt with 12 beads. Okay, so now I am going to grab 12 purple beads. Okay, so now I have my 12 beads. Here they are. Okay, so now I have to carry on with my second line. So this is my first line. I now want to create my second line. So what I do as I turn for the first time, I grab 3 purple beads and I count 1, 2, 3, 4, and I insert on bead number 4. So here are my 3 purple beads here, and I count 1, 2, 3, 4, and on number 4 I insert my needle and I pull right through. Okay, so I have begun line number 2. Now I want to carry on. I then grab 1, 2, 3 beads, 3 purple beads still. Again, I count 4 beads from my next bead. Okay, 1, 2, 3, and this will be bead number 4. I insert my needle and pull. Again, 1, 2, 3 purple beads. I count 1, 2, 3, 4. I push my needle through and I pull. So now I have created my first 2 lines. Now it is time to turn for the second time. So what I have to do now, I have to decide on the color of my second arrow. This will be my first arrow, okay? So now I have to decide what color will I have to make my second arrow, and I'll decide on blue. So I'm turning for the second time. So this time I grab 1, 2, 3, and 4 beads. Here are my 4 beads that I grabbed. Now, what do I do? Now I look at my pattern that I have made, my 2 lines, and it creates these 3 beads. Out of these 3 beads, I have to find the bead in the center. I insert to the beads in the center. I insert on the bead in the center. I put my needle through the bead in the center, and I have officially started my second line. Now this will be the corner of my second arrow, which means I still have to carry on with arrow number 1. So I will go in with 3 of my purple beads. 3. I will find the center bead. I will pull, okay? Again, 3 of my purple beads, find the center bead and pull. Now I have to create line number 3. So what do I do now? As I did here, when I turned where I started my second arrow, I have to do the same this side. So I have to take 1, 2, 3, 4 beads. As I turn, there is my 4 beads. I chose the color blue for my second arrow. Oh, I made a mistake. Sorry, I'll come back. Okay, so I had grabbed 2 beads instead of 3, meaning that I wouldn't have a center bead, okay? So for this pattern, you have to grab 3 beads. As you go on with the pattern, it's 3 beads and then 4 when you start a new line, except for when you first start a new line, okay? Let's carry on. So I grab 1, 2, 3, 4 blue beads, sorry, and I will find my center. I will insert at my center and I will pull right through, okay? So now I carry on with my purple. 1, 2, 3 purple beads. I will find the center and I will insert and pull, okay? So now, if you notice carefully, I have reached my first blue beads that I put in. So now it means that I have reached my second arrow. So now I have to take 1, 2, 3 of my second color, which is my blue for me. I find my center. Oh, sorry, y'all. Insert into my center. And now I am on my new line. I have to grab 1, 2, 3, 4 of my blue, because now I am still in the, oh my, I am still in the blue arrow, okay? So I will insert at my center and I grab 4 when I turn, okay? So I am still on blue. If you look at this, I'm still on blue. So I grab 1, 2, 3 blue beads. I find the center here and I put into the center. And now if you look at this, you'll see that now I've created this arrow. So this is the arrow of my first, this is the point of my first arrow. Okay, so that's why now I have to carry on with arrow number 2. Okay, so I will get 1, 2, and 3 of my color for arrow number 2, which is my blue. I find the center. I insert and I tighten. Okay, so now I am turning. So how do I turn? Again, I get my blue, 1, 2, 3, and 4 of my blue. I find my center. I insert and pull. Okay, I am still on the blue, so I grab 1, 2, 3 of my blue beads. I find my following center. I insert and I pull. Okay, now I'm still on blue, so I have to find 1, 2, 3 blue beads. I insert and I pull. Okay, so now I have created the side of my second arrow. I have to start with the side of my third arrow. Okay, I have to start as I did here at the beginning here. I now have to do it here too. So as I did it here, I now have to do it here too. So what do? I choose my following color, which I have chosen to be pink, to be my dark pink. I'm going to get 1, 2, 3, and 4 of my pink. Here it is. I got 4 of my pink because I'm turning. I will find the center, which here it is. I will insert and I will tighten nicely. Okay, so again, I am still on the domain of my blue. So then I have to grab 1, 2, and 3 of the color blue. Sorry, let me just see if we'll see better without the light. Let's just see. It looks a little better, but I don't know. Okay, I think you can see the colors better. So here is my blue. I will insert, sorry, and I'll pull. Okay, so do you see the colors, the different colors? Then again, I am still on the side of my blue. I will grab 1, 2, 3 of the blue. I will insert into my center and pull. Okay, I think maybe we do need a little bit of light, just not as much as I had on. Maybe just like this, I'm not sure, so that it's not too bright that you don't see properly. Okay, so let's carry on. As I began here, I began my third arrow. I have to do the same this side. So I have to grab 1, 2, 3, 4 of my pink. I find the center, I insert and pull. Okay. Okay. So now I am on my blue bead. I am on the side of the blue. So I will grab 1, 2, 3 blue beads. I'll find the center, I will insert and I will pull. So if you notice, I've now entered into my pink side. Then I grab 1, 2, 3 pink beads. I will find the center of the pink side, I will insert and I will pull. Okay, again I still have to carry on with pink, so I'm turning into a new line. I have to grab 4 beads, 4 pink beads, find the center, put my needle into the center and pull. I have created the blue arrow. If you look carefully, the blue arrow is done. So I have to carry on with pink. So I grab 1, 2, 3 of my pink beads. Here they are. I insert and I pull. Yeah, so I still have to carry on with my pink side. 2, 3 pink beads, insert and pull. Okay, now I am turning into a new line. Okay, so now I have to get 4 pink beads because I am still within the territory of my pink beads. 1, 2, 3, 4 pink beads. I find the center, insert into the center and pull. Okay, so again I am still on the pink beads. 1, 2 and 3 pink beads. I find the following center and I pull. Again, pink is where we still at. 1, 2, 3 pink beads. I will find my center and I will pull. Now again, if you notice carefully, we are now here again in our pattern, meaning that now we have to decide on the color of arrow number 4. So I have to figure out what color I am going to make my 4th arrow. So I am deciding on white. So now as I turn, I take 1, 2, 3, 4 white beads. I find my center, and I'll pull. I am now back then into pink. I grab 1, 2, 3, of my pink beads, insert and pull. Again, back into pink. 1, 2, 3 of my pink beads, insert and pull. Okay, now again I am now at the turning. I'm right here now again, so now I have to do it this side. Okay, so again I take 1, 2, 3, and 4 of my white beads, find the center, and I pull. Okay, I am now back at pink. Okay, I am now back at my pink beads, so the next 3 will have to be pink. 2, 3. I will find the center and pull. I'm now at my white beads again, so I'll go and I'll get 1, 2, 3 white beads, right? I'll find the center, I'll insert and I'll pull. Okay, so I now have the first arrow, the second arrow, the third arrow. So this will be my 4th arrow. Okay, when I turn here, I have to still turn with white. Four white beads. Okay, 2, 4 white beads. I find the center and I pull on ahead. Okay, so I think at this point we get the gist of this pattern. Just so as to not repeat the same thing over and over again, I think that this is where I will stop with this tutorial. This pattern is a very simple pattern. It is an arrow pattern. So the arrows, if you notice, there are the arrows, and you'll make arrows over and over again until you reach the length of your belt or even the length of your bracelet, depending on what it is exactly that you are making. Okay, so you just have to know when to start your new arrow, when to turn, and when to begin your new arrow at the beginning. At the very beginning of arrow number 1, when do we go into arrow number 2? If you see carefully here, we reach a point at this time right here. So this means that our arrow comes to this point. This is arrow number 1. This would make it arrow number 2, and this would be arrow number 3. If I was to carry on with this white arrow, it would be arrow number 4. Okay, so thank you so much for joining me on this tutorial. I hope you enjoyed it, and please consider subscribing onto this channel, and thank you so much for coming back, and I will see you next week. Bye.